internets, and welcome back to Learning with Sky, where today we are grilling. Coming back to learn something with me. So today we are going to be grilling. Now that I've finished my master's dissertation and essentially my whole master's program, I am no longer a student in traditional schools. Now I'm a student in the school of life. So at 25, almost 26 years old, there are still tons of things that I should learn how to do. And today we're starting with the first one, which is grilling. It's summertime here in New York, sweltering August heat, and there is nothing I love more in the summer than a delicious barbecue. Now, while my mother taught me how to cook growing up, and she taught me how to do lots and lots of things, barbecuing and grilling is not something that I learned. It was something I always left to my dad or my brother as a man's job. But now I've decided that's kind of silly. So this week I decided it was high time I learned how to grill for myself. I went out, I bought a nice piece of meat, ingredients for a marinade, and I taught myself how to cook it on my dad's gas grill. And today I'm sharing what I've learned with you. But before I cut to my experiences grilling this past week, I have a few fun facts to share with you. Fun fact number 1. Did you know that the word barbecue comes from the Taino word for sacred fire pit? Barbecuing is so popular, it's actually a competitive sport here in the United States. A whopping 75% of Americans own an outdoor grill or smoker. The number 1 grilling holiday here in the United States is the 4th of July. And in Canada, it's Canada Day. In 44% of grilling households, a man does the grilling, while only 22% have women doing it. However, 62% of women prefer to experiment with their grilling, while only 50% of men like to. Hamburgers are the number 1 most popular thing to grill, followed closely by what I grilled this week, steak. While charcoal was once the most popular barbecue fuel, it is now gas, which is what I've got. In the United States, barbecuing has been a White House tradition since Thomas Jefferson. And finally, in 2013, the United Kingdom was named Europe's number 1 barbecuing nation, beating out Germany for the 5th year in a row. So now that we know enough barbecuing facts to win Jeopardy, it's time to head outside and get grilling. Welcome to my backyard, where we'll be starting with step 1 of grilling the perfect steak, which is the perfect marinade. Now, I got my recipe from allrecipes.com, and it's supposed to be the best steak marinade ever. So I'll link to the recipe down in the description bar below. So to start, we need a half a cup of olive oil, which I've already got right here, to which we are going to add a 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce. So I'm not very good at measuring. I don't like using measuring cups because then I have to wash more stuff. So I basically just eyeball it, which I think is fine with cooking because it's not as much of a science as, say, baking, where you definitely need to measure. So after we've added our soy sauce, we can add a little bit of Worcester sauce. We need a 1/4 cup of Worcester sauce. Again, I'm just gonna eyeball it because I am not really into the measuring. Yeah, that's probably fine. Then you need a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Oh no, a 1/3 a cup of lemon juice, which is basically just, for me, a lemon. I don't know if that's actually the right measurement, but that's what we're gonna add. So you squeeze your nice lemon into it. Some people have lemon squeezers. Again, I got no measuring cups, I got no lemon squeezer. And the other half right in. Perfect. Then we are going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, or 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. That's probably fine. Then we need some dried basil flakes, which is 3 tablespoons. Seems like a lot. 1, 2, 3. Then we need some dried parsley flakes, 1.5 tablespoons. Still seems like a lot. 1.5. All right, and a little bit of black pepper. The recipe says white pepper, but again, I ain't that fancy, so black pepper it is. And we need 1 teaspoon of this. I like pepper, so we're gonna add a little bit more. Then I've got a little teeny tiny baby whisk, and we are going to mix up our marinade. So this marinade is supposed to be for steak, but I don't know, I feel like you could use it for chicken or fish, or I don't know, the Worcestershire sauce is definitely for meat, but maybe even vegetables. So I've cheated a little bit, and I already made some marinade that I added to my delicious steak so that it could marinate for the hours that it needed to. So I'll just add a little bit more of this to here. Can never have too much marinade. And we'll stick it back in the fridge for another 3 or 4 hours. So I'll see you back later when we're ready to grill this thing.
6.5 hours later.
Welcome back to my backyard. The steak has been marinating for quite a few hours and it's ready to grill. So the first thing we have to do before we can start grilling is turn on the actual grill. How many times can I say the word grill? I don't know. So in order to turn on my gas grill, you have to press the ignition lights and turn on the little dial over here, just like a regular oven. So I'm gonna bring you in a little closer so you can really see. Here is the electronic ignition light and here is the knobs. We're going to press, and turn. To make our steak, we want it on medium to high. So now that our grill is on, it's time to put our delicious steak on the grill. So once your steak is on the grill, you can shut the top and put a timer on for 7 minutes. 7 minutes on each side for medium, which is how my dad likes his steak. I'll be back in 7 minutes. 7 minutes is up and it's time to check on our steak. So let's open her back up and haven't started a fire, that's a good sign. Take our tongues again. We're gonna flip her over. Oh, there's that fire. Close her back up. And I'll be right back with you in 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes is up and it's time to look at our steak. So we open it up again. Got a nice plate. Grab our hunk of meat. And now the most important part, because I'm always getting told off for not turning things off and for not cleaning things. So let's come a little bit closer. Now we have to make sure that we turn off the oven, just and off. Finally, it's important to give the grill a good clean. Now we have our finished steak, and the only thing left to do is ask Dad if he likes it. I'll get back to you on that one. That's good. So how is it?
Very good.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you learned a little something about grilling, and all you ladies out there are ready to defy some grilling gender stereotypes. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to this channel, and leave me a comment down below and let me know what you like to grill. Maybe you're a vegetarian and you prefer corn on the cob, or vegetable shish kebab. Maybe you're healthy and you like fish or grilled chicken. I'd love to know what you like to grill and what your best tips and tricks are. And finally, don't forget to send me something for Project Young Inspired. Maybe you're a master chef or griller or baker and you want to send me some recipes. I'm always hungry and I could always use some new ones. That's all for today. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.